Yo! Video games.
This intro
Was, yeah.
This one
Yes.
is the second best one.
My hands are in the air for this one.
This one
yeah.
is fucking awesome.
Yeah.
It's not as good as Tekken 3, but it's really good.
Oh, all the boards?
Yeah.
And then you guys always say, oh yeah, you know, Tekken's fucking hokey and shit like that.
It is.
This is fucking cool.
Well, this is cool.
All three
This
intros-
has to be cool. This can't be hokey because this was to make you play the arcade game.
Right, all three intros.
But all
that
the endings are hokey as fuck.
I mean, Kaizui's ending isn't hokey, neither is Jin's.
Yeah, only
but
the Mishima family endings aren't hokey. But
No,
dude, I don't know if you've
Mishima-
seen
yeah,
the one
Mishima.
where he's sitting at a fucking bath pool with like a diaper on, and he's like, "Massage me," and like Leah's like, "I don't know if I should."
No, the dumbest one is when he sent them all into space. Like, he puts him on a rocket and he sends him into space. And it's like a running gag, too. Like, he's
Yeah.
always sending his sons into space when he wins. God, this was so fucking cool, man. I saw this the first time in the arcade and I had
it's
a
pretty
tear.
awesome.
I had a tear in my eye.
It's pretty awesome.
There was a tear in my eye. And the betrayal. Get the fuck out of here, old man.
I remember this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? Heihachi Mishima's finally dead?
Yeah.
They finally did it. They got rid of old man.
I knew they were gonna bring him back, but I didn't like the way they brought him back. Like,
Is dead.
I'm like, wow, finally.
so fucking cool. This is why I wanted to play this
Oh,
character.
fuck yeah.
That is the reason why I wanted to play this character.
It's fucking Blade.
I still like this
Oh,
part
and I
too.
hate this part.
I kinda liked it.
It is where the trailer totally drops off. How the fuck did you get out there with your bike?
Who knows? She's Asuka. Fuck it. And then she just...
And then it goes into anime bullshit now. This is okay.
This is cool.
Yeah, thanks, cool.
That's what I'm saying. Coolness, man. There's no hokey shit, man.
Well, these are intros. They have to be cool. They can't be hokey. They're to make you put quarters in the fucking machine.
Nina's ending isn't hokey. Anna's endings aren't hokey. Okay, well,
Yeah, they are.
we don't talk about these guys. We don't mention them. Or is it pretty hokey too? Is it hokey as well?
Well, he was constantly fighting for his sister.
Yeah.
That's sister. That's pretty cool. And
His isn't hokey. Neither is Steve's.
Hurt Box, tell him.
Paul's is pretty
Hurt Box, tell him.
Paul's. What? I'm telling you the ones that aren't hokey.
Hurt
Neither
Box,
is his.
tell him.
His is pretty fucking
Tekken
sick.
has always been hokey. It's always had like
His isn't hokey.
a lot of comedy to it.
Yeah, certain characters. I'm talking about certain characters.
Come on.
You can't say the whole game is hokey because certain characters have hokey endings.
Yeah, okay.
That's like saying
I'm
Street Fighter is all
gonna ignore
hokey.
the Velociraptor with gloves. Okay, yeah, and then the giant bear and the panda. Oh,
one
and also
character.
the little dinosaur.
Those are certain
oh,
characters.
and also the fucking
If you don't-
kangaroo. Okay, no. Okay, that's fine.
That's certain characters. You can't.
And the
base
giant
the
robot
entire
man.
game- Are you basing the entire game off
Giant-
Of, yeah, look at hokey. Look at that. Yeah, so hokey.
That's edgy.
Oh, look at hokey. It's so fucking comical, right? Look at that shit. Look how fucking hokey it is. Come on, dude. Look how cool those characters are. There's no way. He's a fucking demon with wings and devil Jin fucking teeth. That's serious. Oh, really? You're gonna show me? Yep.
Here's
Yep.
your super serious game.
Here we go.
There you go.
Show it. Yep.
Here's your super serious game.
There it is.
Super serious, man. Soul Calibur 5.
You actually picked a bad example, Max. For your
This isn't hokey as
For-
fuck.
for your-
Steve, watch.
for your
Steve, watch.
for your
Watch. What
for
do
your
you-
argument.
Watch.
This is bad.
This is hokey
For
as
your
fuck.
argument, this doesn't help you. You want to know why? Because this is genuinely funny. This isn't hokey. This
Oh
is
my
genuinely
God.
funny. This is genuinely funny. If you showed me the kangaroo or the fucking bear or something like that, I would have been like, okay, you got me. That's pretty fucking hokey. That's just funny. That is you know it. There's nothing hokey about that.
Hokey is comedy. Hokey is comedy.
Hokey is kiddie, silly comedy.
It is. That is silly
That is
comedy.
adult humor.
Oh my god.
That is adult humor. No kid is gonna be like, oh, what's the big deal? She's getting like, fucking naked. Adults will be like, oh, I get it. She doesn't want to be fucking naked and stuff. Guys, please. I'm
Steve,
sorry.
look at the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. They already know. Look at that. Yeah.
Look at the
Savante. Look at that. Dead Revenge. They already know.
Those are emotes,
Yeah,
Steve.
emotes. Yeah.
Those are
yeah.
emotes, Steve.
Nah. Loud noises. Yeah.
Okay. Hurtbox officially, who's the only official authoritarian on the subject,
The only official authoritarian.
chimes in and he says, only Tekken has
always
only
been
Tekken has always been goofy. Animal Fighters joke endings.
Yeah.
And how about Paul's strongest in the universe? Bring it on, you aliens.
I know that. Those are certain characters.
It's all over the place. You can't
certain
fucking
characters in the game. That's not all the characters. You gotta understand. The characters that they focus on, like Eddie, like Christy, like Jin, Kazuya, Hayachi, all that shit have been focused on serious plot points. Their startings, their beginnings, their stories, the characters' moves, everything is serious. If you focus on only the hokey characters, then the game as a whole considered to be hokey. But if you see the game for what it is, when they focus on the story and the top characters and the most popular characters,
Okay,
they're all serious.
We're gonna pick
all
a top
serious.
character.
Okay, all right. Show me a
Okay.
top character. Show me a top character. Okay, Hayachi, I already said that. I already said this, guys.
Hayachi's the most serious character.
I already
He's the
said,
main
I
character.
already
of
said this
Tekken.
earlier. So this is mute. This is mute. Yes, I already said it was pretty fucking weird that he sent them all into space. Didn't I say that earlier, guys? Thank you.
Okay, fine.
And the way
fine.
he survives too is really fucking stupid. He survives because he's just strong.
All right. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Which one is it? Which Hurtbox? What's the one with Heihachi at the pool?
4. It should be 4.
Somebody tell me which is the one with Heihachi at the pool?
It's either
I don't
4 or
think it's
5.
there.
Try 5.
Because 4 had like crappy, like weird endings. Like they had like drawn endings or something like that.
Try 5.
Hurtbox says Tekken has some cool shit, which I agree. I like Tekken because it was cool, but at times it can be serious and cool. But 90% of the time, it's goofy as fuck.
90%.
And that's what I completely agree with.
90%.
There's some cool things. Lee Shaolin, thank you. It's Lee.
Oh, it's a different guy.
Yeah, it's okay. Here you go. Here takes 2 characters. Lee is a cool character. You like him?
Lee,
You
the
like
cop,
that?
right? The
Yeah.
cop.
Yeah. Oh no.
No, his son. His son is good. His son is hokey.
No, Lee is the guy you were playing as. The guy with the
he's
white
a party
hair.
guy. He's
He's
he's adopted son of Hayachi.
Okay, this
Hayachi
is the
adopted.
final draw. This is the final draw in the straw.
Don't correct me, Kenny. Yeah, this is probably the hokiest of the. This is Lee.
And I'm not doing the hokey characters.
No,
I can do the hokey characters if you want.
Lee from the. I mean, even in the movie, you know that Lee's like. He's kind of. He's got. Oh my god. And this is him getting over on his dad. What'd you say, bitch?
Done. End the stream. End the stream.
I'd like to thank you all very much for watching.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it, guys. I'll be back tomorrow for the Xbox conference in the morning. Don't go anywhere. I think we've proven a point tonight.
Yep.
Think deeply, think hardly, think longly, and then think hardly again.
Yep.
Have a good night, dudes. Shine on.
That shit that was fucking Hayachi, that shit was like, oh my god, that shit is.
You're
fucking
telling
terrible.
me, so Hokey literally means cheesy.
Yeah.
And that Anna's ending wasn't cheesy. It was funny, sexy.
Well, okay, then you can compare. Can you compare Benny Hill to Seinfeld humor? It has humor, but Seinfeld isn't.
Seinfeld is cheesy as fuck.
So you're gonna say Seinfeld is hokey?
Yes!
Seinfeld is just funny.
Okay. Seinfeld is
What is-
hokey, defined as corny, cheesy, or obviously lame. Seinfeld is a show about nothing.
It is a.
They argue about Q-tips
It
for a
is-
whole episode.
Seinfeld
It's
is
cheesy as fuck.
Seinfeld is smart humor. Smart humor
Yeah,
comes from
sure. No, it's
finding-
smart, but
okay.
it's stupid.
Okay, Benny Hill isn't smart humor. It is just hokey, dumb, stupid humor.
Seinfeld is literally a show about nothing.
And they make good fucking shows
It
because
doesn't
of it.
mean it's bad comedy.
Well, no, it's not bad comedy, but they
Hokey
make
doesn't. You seem to think cheesy or hokey means bad. It doesn't. It doesn't mean it's bad. It means it's fucking cheesy.
lame. Lame equals bad.
Obviously
Hokey
lame.
equals lame.
Why do you think lame
That
is
was
bad?
like- because Seinfeld wasn't obviously lame.
Lame is hilarious.
Even though Seinfeld was
Kramer's the lamest character ever, and he's hilarious.
Even though Seinfeld was a show about nothing, it still had smart comedy that didn't turn out lame. That shit
You
that we
keep
saw.
associating it with smart. Why do you think lame is a bad thing?
Because lame isn't funny. Lame is just
George is the lamest character ever, too.
But they put him in situations where it's really fucking.
They put him in situations
They don't make
where
George
he's-
go.
They put, well, that's cheesy.
Slapstick.
That's not lame.
That's like slapstick.
Lame is like being nerdy. Lame is like being a geek. That's lame. Cheesy, like overbearing cheesy is like, you know, fucking Hayachi bouncing around the thing on his thing. That doesn't happen. But being lame can be funny. Like, being lame is funny. That was the whole point of me acting like a black dude on the gangster stream. Because it was hilarious and it was so lame. That's the whole point.
You do realize that there is a difference between the comedy of Nina and Anna and the comedy of Hayachi and Lee. There is a different form of comedy between those two. You do know that.
Yeah. One's really goofy and one's really cheesy.
Okay.
One's really lame and one's really cheesy.
Okay, so in Hokey, does Hokey mean
which
both
is
of them?
hokey.
So Hokey's both of them.
Yes, look it. Hokey is something that is corny, cheesy, or lame. Good night, everybody.
And fucking Seinfeld are not in the same market of hokey and goofy and cheesy. There is smart comedy, which can be seen in like something like, let's say, Ocean's 11 or something like that. It has, you know, little comedy scenes. Oh, even Deadpool. You think Deadpool is fucking cheesy?
Yeah.
That's Deadpool is its own form of comedy, which came out really smart, and that's why the movie was fucking good because it had its own smart fucking comedy. It wasn't.
Deadpool cuts off his hand, and then blood squirts in his face. He goes, "Oh yeah, money shot."
As opposed to Hayachi going, there's a different form of comedy, man. There's different forms of comedy
dances
here.
around like an idiot
Oh my
in the
God.
movie as well.
What is this guy? The guy Gallagher. The guy Gallagher versus Seinfeld on stage and talking about shit. Well, you know, I think this is fucking hilarious. And then Gallagher gets a fucking giant fucking watermelon and slams the shit with a fucking hammer. There's two different forms of comedy. Now, if you put all of that under fucking hokey and hokey equals this.
Gallagher's pretty hokey.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
So you got Gallagher of hokey, and then you're gonna say Seinfeld is lame. So both of those are two different fucking things,
Yeah.
even though they fall in the same fucking category.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
No, dude, they totally do.
They totally don't, dude. That doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever, dude.
No, it
Both
does.
characters
It
absolutely
does.
make no sense, dude.
It does.
Both characters, dude, they're completely different forms of comedy, and if there's different forms of comedy, then it doesn't fall under the same fucking category. They're different forms of comedy.
I think it does.
No.
I think
You
it
can't.
does.
You can't put something like, let's say, what's a good example? Because you got Benny Hill or Mad TV and In Living Color, and then
All
you
hokey.
and
It's really hokey.
then you got The Cosby Show, and then you have well, I'm not gonna put Married with Children, but you got all these other, like, you know, comical fucking movies that aren't hokey. They're just comedy.
Yeah.
You're gonna put The Cosby Show in the same category as Mad TV? Are you gonna do that?
I don't know.
Okay, so what's the kind of comedy is Cosby Show? What kind of comedy is
It's
that?
just comedy. It's just daytime. It's bad, cheap comedy.
Okay, so Nina and Anna. That's just not comedy?
It is comedy, but
Okay.
it's hokey as fuck.
Then you could say Seinfeld is hokey,
Oh yeah.
and then you could say Cosby isn't hokey. It's just
no,
comedy.
they're totally different. The way the sign. Here we go. Here it is. The Seinfeld characters act like real people. Not at all. Does the Cosby characters act like real people? Yes. It's a real world rooted comedy, like Home Improvement, like Family Matters.
Okay, so the Hayachi and Lee ending, they're not acting like real people. They're over the top.
They're over the top.
They're
and
super over the
hokey.
top. Nina and Anna were acting like real people. They were
not acting like real people.
No, they were in an acting gig. She did the thing, she sliced it, and then the thing that happened was over the top, but she still reacted like a real person.
You think Anna and Nina act like real people?
In that scene, they did. In that scene, they did. And that scene, they did. It was a movie skit. And she got away with tricking her because it could have been a real situation too. Think about it, guys. Think about it. She just had she could have pushed a button and had her wardrobe malfunction. It just made it seem like she did it with her sword, and it was like, oh, okay, you know, this thing is like, you know, overpowered. She was doing all this fucking. That was overpowered. But let's just say in a real world scenario, she just made sure her wardrobe malfunctioned. Yeah. So there you go. That's real world comedy.
Steve, I think
scenario.
I actually completely see where you're coming from.
There you go.
To finish this off, all I have to say is that Ryu has no friends and no life.
We're done. We're done. Good job. Good night, everybody. All right, we did it. We did it.